Welcome to Developing Cross-Platform Mobile Applications with Sybase Unwired Platform. My name is Dave Fish and I'll be your instructor for this course. Before we get started with the hands-on portion, I want to provide an overview of the hybrid web container as well as the Sybase Unwired Platform and go through the steps that are used for developing a hybrid web container application. So what is the hybrid web container? Well, the hybrid web container is a component in the Sybase Unwired platform, and it allows you to create HTML5 and JavaScript applications that can run on mobile devices inside a native container. The platforms that we support with the hybrid web container are BlackBerry, iOS, Android, as well as Windows Mobile. Now, these applications will communicate with the Unwired platform server running in the middle tier, and that Unwired server will communicate with your back-end systems such as SQL, web services, SAP systems, and so forth. Other pieces of the Unwired platform are the Unwired workspace, which we'll be using in the hands-on portion of the class to create our HTML5 applications and deploy them to the Unwired server. There's also a management console, which is browser-based, that allows you to manage devices as well as the Unwired servers themselves and set up security for your applications. Now, with hybrid web container applications, because they're developed in HTML5, they are fast to create and deploy. They do provide offline capabilities. No native client coding is required, and the cross-platform support allows you to have one code line and support multiple platforms. Security is built into the container, and because we use HTML5, we can create rich user experiences for our customers. You will get a similar look and feel for your applications across platforms, and the slight variations that you may see in the applications are typically based on browser differences across devices. The hybrid web container architecture, basically the hybrid application resides on the device and communicates with the Unwired server, which delivers the content to the device. And essentially you have a container which provides encrypted storage, secure messaging, user security, as well as provisioning of the application. You can also use phone gap technology to interact with native functionality on the device itself. The applications that you create can communicate with a number of back-end systems as well as allow you to push messages from the server to the device itself. Now, the steps that you use to create a hybrid web container application are as follows. First, you begin by modeling the data. What data sources are you going to use? SQL databases, web services, SAP systems, or any combination of these back-end systems can be utilized in your hybrid web container application. You typically will create what's called a mobile business object, which we'll look at in the hands-on portion of the class. And the mobile business object communicates with the back-end data source. You then deploy that data model to your Unwired platform server. And then step 3 is to model the application itself. And you use the Unwired workspace plugin for Eclipse to create your mobile application. When you deploy that application, then HTML5 code is generated along with JavaScript and any custom JavaScript that you create for your application, and that gets deployed to the Unwired server and becomes available for mobile devices that have the hybrid web container installed and have been authorized to access that application. The 5th step in the development process is to customize the user interface for your application. And we'll be doing that in the hands-on portion of this class. For further information, you can visit these websites that are listed here. And now let's go ahead and move on to the hands-on portion of our class.